वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च मंत्र नंबर 10। इंद्रियेभ्यः पराह्यर्थाः
इन्द्रियेभ्यः
तेभ्यश्च परं मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः बुद्धिरात्मा महान् परः ततः परमो व्यक्तम् व्यक्तात् पुरुषः परः पुरुषान्न परं किञ्चित् सा काष्ठा सा परा गतिः। We were looking into the Bhashyam to this mantra. The last class, since the recording was not retrievable, I could not post it. So I'll try to recollect and repeat what I told in the last class. And also the Bhashyam was not completed to this mantra, I think. So I'll do it from the beginning to this mantra. The two mantras, mantra number 10 and 11, to be read together. It is the 11th mantra is a continuation to the 10th mantra. The 10th mantra says, Indriyebhyaha parahartaha. Artha meaning is Pancha Mahabhuta. Artha doesn't mean here the sense objects. Artha literally means sense objects. Sense objects means we have to take that is a Tanmatra, the Pancha Mahabhuta, Sukshma Pancha Mahabhutani, which are the Karanam for Indriyani, Stula Indriyani. Indriya refers to the sense organs, Stula Indriyani. So compared, we can take in this way. Two ways we can take. One is compared to the Stula Indriyani, if you take, compared to Stula Indriyani, the Sukshma Bhutas. The Sukshma Bhutas are superior. Or the Indriyas, Sukshma, subtle Sukshma Indriyani, which are made from the Stula, which are made from the Sukshma Pancha Mahabhuta. So compared to Sukshma, compared to this Indriyas, sense organs, the Sukshma Pancha Mahabhutas are Paraha, superior. Why? Because the sense organs are made from the Pancha Mahabhuta. Pancha Mahabhuta undergo the Panchikaranam grossification, and from which the Sukshma Indriyani come into existence. Therefore, since Pancha Mahabhutas are the Karanam for the Karya Indriyani, compared to Karyam, Karanam is Paraha. Therefore, we can take the Pancha Mahabhutas or Paraha greater than the Indriyani. Indriyani are the products of the Pancha Mahabhuta. Now, compared to this Pancha Mahabhuta, Manas is greater. Manas is also the product of Pancha Mahabhuta. Indriya is also the product of Pancha Mahabhuta. Karya. Product means Karya. But Manas is made from the Sattvika aspect of the Pancha Mahabhuta. Therefore, compared to the Pancha Mahabhuta, compared to the Indriyani which are made from Pancha Mahabhuta, that is the Pancha Mahabhuta out of which the Indriya come into existence, the Pancha Mahabhuta out of which the Manas come into existence. So out of this, the Pancha Mahabhuta out of which the Manas come into existence, they are greater. Compared to the Pancha Mahabhuta out of which Indriyani come into existence, the Pancha Mahabhuta out of which the Manas come into existence is greater. That is the meaning. So Manas is greater now. Now Manasaha Buddhihi Paraiti. Compared to Manas, the Buddhi, Nischayatmika Buddhi is greater. Because Buddhi is a deciding faculty, therefore Buddhi is considered to be the greater. Up to this, Vyashti is talked about. Up to this, Vyashti. Tvampada Vichara. In the Mahavakya, the Tvampada is analyzed up to this. Indriyebhyaha para hertaha artebhyascha paramanaha manasastu para buddhihi. Up to this, Tvampada Vichara. Paraha, paraha, when we say, it means we are dismissing the karya and arriving at the karanam. So, from the indriyani up to, we have come up to the buddhi. So, compared to indriya, now manas is para, compared to manas, buddhi is a para. And compared to buddhi, we are jumping now. We are jumping from Vyashti to Samashti. The Upanishad jumps from Vyashti to Samashti. Up to Buddhi Tvam-pada Vichara, then jumping to Samashti. So from here, Tat-pada Vichara starts. The inquiry into the Padam Tat in the Mahavakyam starts. Buddhehe Mahan Atma Paraha. Mahan Atma means Hiranyagarbha, Samashti Buddhi. Mahan Atma is Samashti Buddhi, the total Buddhi, the sum total of the individual Buddhi. This is Mahan Buddhi, which is Paraha, that is Hiranyagarbha. That is Hiranyagarbha, the knowledge, the Sarvajnaha, the all knowledge, that is Bhagavan, Ishvara, is Paraha iti. Now Samashti. A shift has happened from Vyashti to Samashti. Now, from here onwards, the Samashti, the Tat-pada Vichara will be done. Before getting into that, certain technical points, what I told, I will repeat. We need to understand the three important terms with regard to Samashti and with regard to the Vyashti, and how they are equated in the Mahavakya. Stula Prapancha, three things are there. Stula Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, Karana Prapancha. This is at the Prapancha level, that is at the Samashti level, at the total level. Similarly, Stula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram, three Sharirams at the individual level, Vyashti level. At each level, we are going to see the Aikyam. That is what the Mandukya reveals, Mandukya Upanishad reveals. Now, at the Samashti level, Stula Prapancha Abhimana Atma or Stula Prapancha Upagita Chaitanyam, that is called Vaishvanara or Virat. It's called Virat. At the Samashti level, the Chaitanyam is called Virat. At the individual level, at the individual gross level, at the total gross level, this the Prapancham, which is a Sharira for the Chaitanyam, and the Chaitanyam is referred by the word Virat. Now at the individual level, Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Atma is referred by the word Vishva. So Vaishvanara at the Samashti and Vishva at the Vyashti. This is at the Stula level, gross level. Then at the Sukshma level, Sukshma Sharira Upagita Chaitanyam or Abhimani Atma, which is Hiranyagarbha. The Chaitanyam at the Sukshma level is referred by the word Hiranyagarbha. Like the Chaitanyam at the Stula level referred by the word Virat. The same way, Hiranyagarbha at the Sukshma level. Similarly, Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Atma is called Taijasa. This is at the Sukshma level for Samashti and Vyashti. Similarly, at the Karana level, Karana Sharira Upagita Chaitanyam, the Chaitanyam associated with the Karana Sharira, that is called Ishvara. Ishvara is a technical word here. The Chaitanyam associated with Karana Shariram is called Ishvara. This is at the Samashti level. Similarly, at the Vyashti level, Karana Sharira Abhimani Atma is called Prajnaha. So at each level, different names are there. for Samashti and Vishti. So Virat, Vishva, Hiranyagarbha, Tejasa, and Ishvara and Pragya. At the Samashti level, Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara, they are nothing but the Chaitanyam, consciousness, associated with the individual bodies. That is with regard to the Abhimana to that bodies, whatever may be the body. Similarly, the same Chaitanyam Atma at the individual level is referred by the word Vishva, Tejasa, and Pragya. At the Samashti level, Vishva is not different from Virat. At the Samashti gross level, at the Samashti Stula level, Vishva is not different from Virat. At the Sukshma level, the Vyashti, Tejasa is not different from Hiranyagarbha. Similarly, at the Karana level, the Vyashti Pragya is not different from Ishvara. So, this is how the Aikyam is presented by loading this into the Akshara, Akara, Ukara, Makara in Mandukya. So, arriving at the Tatparya, Tat Tvam Asi. Here, what we do is from the Vyashti, from the Stula to Sukshma, at the Vyashti level, we have arrived up to Buddhi. Then from Buddhi, now we are taking a jump to Samashti. We are jumping to Hiranyagarbha. Stula Sharira, the Stula Indriyani, and then to the Sukshma level we come, and from Sukshma we jump to the Sukshma level of the Samashti, which is Hiranyagarbha. And from Hiranyagarbha, further we are going to cognitively arrive at Brahma. At the individual, the same consciousness associated with the individual Shariram, whatever may be the Shariram at different levels, Atma. At the Samashti level, we arrive at Brahma. So Atma, that is Jivatma, and Brahmatma, Aikyam is going to be presented. Therefore, the Aikyam has to be pointed out. That is the Tatparyam of the Shastra. We cannot just simply arrive at only at the individual level. If we arrive at the individual, if we cognitively travel and arrive at Atma at the individual level, the truth of the Jiva is Jiva Atma iti. If we have arrived, then how are we going to equate with the Paramatma? If it is not equated, then there will be many Jivatmas. As many Jivas, so many Jivatmas. So, Nanatmavada will happen. Nanatmavada, different Atmas, many Atmas, as many Jivas, so many Atmas. That is the teaching of Sankhya. Sankhya is a Dvaita Darshanam. So, if we arrive only at the individual level, then from Para iti, if you arrive at the Pratyak Atma, then Dvaita Drishti will be there. Only Dvaita Drishti. But the Tatparyam of the Shastram is Advaitam. So therefore, to arrive at the Advaita Drishti, therefore, the Shastram takes a jump at this point, that is from Buddhi, individual Buddhi, Vyashti Buddhi to Samashti Buddhi. From Vyashti Buddhi to Samashti Buddhi. And the Samashti Buddhi is called Mahanatma. It's called Mahanatma, that is Hiranyagarbha. And compared to Hiranyagarbha, now at the Samashti level, this mantra says, Magataha Param Avyaktam. Avyaktam is Paraha iti. Avyaktam is Maya. Maya is Param iti. Maya is Param. And what is Maya? Maya is not independent of the Brahma. Maya is not independent of Brahma. To account for the prapancha, to account for the srishti, the prapancha, therefore Maya should be taken into account. Maya should be considered. So avyaktam. Avyaktam means unmanifest. Avyaktam literally means unmanifest. So therefore, for the karanam which is unmanifest, Maya, which is the karanam referred by the word avyakta, that is the karanam for the Hiranyagarbha to come into existence. So Maya is at the karana level, is the karanam for the Hiranyagarbha at the Sukshma level with regard to the Samashti. So Maya is the cause and Hiranyagarbha is the Karya. So Karya Hiranyagarbhat Avyakta Maya which is Avyaktam, it is Paraha. It is greater. Paraha, why? Because Karanam is greater than the Karya. Karanam is supposed to be subtle. Karanam supposed to all pervading the Karya. Therefore, Paraha iti. So, Hiranyagarbhat, Pratyaka, or the Pratyak of Hiranyagarbha is the Karana Maya. Maya is the Karanam. And in the Bhashyam, we will see, Bhagavad Pada will say, Maya is the seed, and Maya is the seed. From the seed, the Vriksha has come, the Prapancha has come. Iti, he will give an example. But this example also has to be inquired into properly. Okay. Now, this Maya, which is the Karanam for Hiranyagarbha, what is the Karanam of Maya? We cannot say Brahma is the Karanam of Maya. If Brahma is the Karanam, if Satchit Ananda Brahma is the Karanam, then the Karana Brahma must undergo change to become the Karya Maya. If Maya is the Karya, then Maya must have a beginning. But we say Maya is Anadi. Maya doesn't have a beginning. If Maya is as a cause, Brahma as a cause, then Maya it becomes a Karya, and the Karyatvat, therefore, it has a beginning. But Maya doesn't have beginning. And therefore, Maya is not the Karyam. Maya is not the product of Brahma. Maya is not different from Brahma. It is not different from Brahma. But for Maya, Brahma is the Adhishtanam. Brahma is the Adhishtanam for Maya. Brahma or Chaitanyam, it is Paraha to Maya because Brahma is the Adhishtanam for Maya. Brahma is that which gives existence to Maya. Maya is dependent on Brahma for its existence. Maya is Nitya, Brahma is Satyam. Therefore, Satya Brahma is Paraha to Nitya Maya. The Maya and Brahma, they are not different. Maya is Adhyastha on the Adhisthana Brahma. Therefore, neither Brahma or Maya doesn't have Karanam. It is Brahma is you can say it as Karanam, but it is only a figurative expression. Brahma is the Adhishtanam, and Adhisthana Brahma on which the Maya is Adhyastha Maya as Brahma as Adhishtanam, and Brahma that is superior. The Maya which is referred by the word Avyaktam, and that Avyaktat What is Paraha? Purushaha Paraha. Purushaha is Brahma. Purushaha is the Chaitanyam, which is Paraha. So the Brahma and the Maya, they don't belong to the same order of reality. Brahma is Paramarthika, Maya is Vyavaharika. To account for the Vyavaharika, therefore, Maya is required, and the Maya is adhyastha on the Adhisthana Brahma. And Maya is not different from Brahma. A pot is not different from the clay. Nama Rupatmakam Prapancha. Nama Rupa is Maya. Therefore, it is Mithya. And this Mithya as the Adhisthana Brahma. And this Maya is the Karanam for Hiranyagarbha, and Hiranyagarbham is Karanam for the Stula Prapancha. Iti, the Srishti Prakriya is presented by the Shastram. And the Maya doesn't have a Karanam, and Maya, which is Adhyastha and the Adhisthana Brahma, it doesn't have a Karanam. They are Akaranam. They are the ultimate cause. Ultimate cannot have a cause. Therefore, if doesn't have a cause, Maya doesn't have a cause, therefore Maya doesn't have a beginning. Therefore, it is Anadi. Anadi Maya iti. So therefore, now we have arrived at Purusha, that is Brahma. And now, is there anything greater than the Brahma? It is, Brahma is the Adhishthanam for everything. Everything has existence on Brahma. It is the Satyam of everything. Therefore, this Brahma, we have arrived from the Vyashti, that is the Vyashti Jiva. From Vyashti Jiva, we have arrived at the Brahma now. The I, what is there at the Vyashti level, that I, now at the Samashti level is referred to the word Brahma. And compared to Brahma, is there anything greater? Compared to Brahma, is there anything greater? Purushat param na kinchit asti. There is nothing compared to Purusha greater. Iti. At the Vyashti level, from the Vyashti level, what we arrived, that is the Jivatma, the Atma. From the Vyashti level, we arrived to Brahma. Therefore, the Atma to Brahma, the Atma is not different from Brahma. At the individual level, the Jivatma, the poor Jivatma, is conditioned. He has a notion, I am insignificant. I am insignificant. I am insecure. I am incomplete. I am inadequate. This is the conclusion of the Jiva. That Jiva is now that Jiva, the same Jiva who thinks himself to be a avachina, a limited being, now he is identified. Now he is recognized as the Brahma, and compared to Brahma, there is nothing greater. And Brahma is the Adhisthana for the entire Jagat. That is why we say Jagat Karanam Brahma Tat Tvam Asi. Now we have arrived at Brahma, and compared to Brahma, there is nothing greater. So you are the cause of the entire Prapancha. Sakashta Saparagatihi. Therefore, Sakashta, that is the culmination, that is the Paragatihi. It is the ultimate destination. Sakashta Saparagatihi. Gatihi, it is the ultimate goal. And Kashta, that is the culmination. After that, nothing is there to attain. Therefore, this Purusha at the individual level, Purav Ushati Saha Purushaha Sarvan Purayati iti, that Purusha at the Samashti level. They are same. Purusha Purushaha. So therefore, Jivatma is not different from Paramatma. The Jivatma who thinks himself to be a limited being the truth of the Jivatma is nothing but the Paramatma, the Brahma, which is the Karanam for the entire Prapancha. So Jagat Karanam Brahma, Tat Tvam Atma Jivatma Asi. That is what the Tatparyam, the meaning of these two mantras. Now, having understood the mantra, now let us quickly read the Bhashyam. How Bhashyakara presents this. Magataha api
Mahataha api
param sukshmataram
param sukshmataram
pratyekatma
pratyekatmabhutam
sarvamahattaram cha
sarvamahattaram cha
avyaktam sarvasya jagataha bijabhutam
sarvasya jagataha bijabhutam
Vyakrita nama rupa satatvam
avyakrita nama rupa satatvam
sarva karya karana shakti samahara rupam
sarvakaryakaranamahara
अव्यक्त अव्याकृत आकाशादि नाम वाच्यम् परमात्मनि ओतप्रोत भावेन समाश्रितम्
परमात्मने योतप्रोत भावेन समाश्रितम्
कणिकायाम् इव वटवृक्ष शक्तिः महतः परम महतः परम अघतः अपि परम महतः अपि compared to magatah api. What is param? Sukshmataram pratyekatmabhutam sarvamahattaram avyaktam. Avyaktam is param, superior. Avyakta, it is sukshma. Why it's superior? Because it is sukshmataram. Tarap pratyaya is there. Comparative, it is subtler. That which is subtle is all pervasive. That which is subtle and all pervasive is param, it is pratyak. Therefore, compared to magat, that is hiranyagarbha, compared to magataha, hiranyagarbha, avyakta maya is param, because sukshmataram pratyekatma bhutam. Two things are there, magat and avyakta, therefore tarap pratyaya. Sukshmataram, and it is pratyekatma bhutam. Pratyak atma bhutam. Karanatvat pratyak iti. So karanam pratyak pratyekatma bhutam. Sarva mahattaram. Sarva mahattaram. It is bigger. It is karanam is bigger, is greater. Therefore mahattaram. Therefore magat. Therefore mahattaratvat. Mahattaram. Sarva mahattaram. What is mahattaram? Magat is hiranyagarbha. Mahattaram is avyakta maya. So magat mahattaram iti. Now, other words, all these are descriptions of the maya. Avyaktam is there, which is in the mantra. Avyaktam magataha paramiti. Avyaktam is magattaram. Compared to magat, it is paraha. Therefore, magattaram. That magattaram avyaktam maya is referred by few adjectives in the mantra, in the bhashyam. Number one, sarvasya jagataha bijabhutam. Sarvasya jagataha bija. Bija means seed. Bija is seed. Bijasyantarivānkaro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha. Dakshinamurti Stotram also. Shankara Bhagavad says Bijasyantarivānkaro jagadidam. Bija. This, the seed of the entire world, prapancha. Which is a seed? This avyaktam is a seed. Sarvasya jakataha, this entire, for this entire prapancha, maya, which is, that is avyaktam, which is in the form of the seed. That is Avyaktam as the Karanatvam, the status of being a Karana for the Prapancha. From the seed, from the bija, a vriksha comes into existence. So for the vriksha, the Karanam is the bijam. Similarly, for this Jagat vriksha, for this Jagat, which is a huge vriksha, for this Vata vriksha Jagat, which is the Karanam, Avyaktam, Maya is the Karanam iti. Avyakta Maya is the Karanam. What Karanam? Of Jagat, of this is Karanam. Maya is the Upadana Karanam for the Jagat. Maya is the Parinami Upadana Karanam. Maya, which is Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunatmika Maya, which undergoes Panchikaranam process, ossification process, and therefore you see Nana Vida, different things, Nana Vida Vastuni. So it undergoes Panchikaranam process, and therefore different things and different beings are available. Therefore, Maya is the Upadana Karanam, is a material cause. What material cause? It is Parinami Upadana Karanam. Maya, which is a seed of all the names and forms of the Jagat, names and forms and the modification, all these, the modifications, all the modifications, Maya is a seed, is a bijam for all the names and forms undergoing the modification and manifest in different names and forms. Maya is unmanifest names and forms, which from the unmanifest names and forms, the manifest names and forms come into existence. How? Modified. That unmanifest names and forms, the Nama Rupa undergoes or modifies into the manifest names and forms. Therefore, Maya is Parinami Upadana Karana. Maya is Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunatmika Maya, and the three gunas undergoes modification and different things come into existence. They are nothing but different names and forms. But the truth of all this is Brahma. Does it undergo change? No. Brahma is, that is Karanam. Brahma is the Karanam. We have to consider Brahma as the Karanam. Why? But what Karanam? Is it Parinami? No. It is Vivarta Upadana Karanam. But the Karanam Brahma doesn't have a Karanam. We use the word Karanam from the standpoint of Karana Karya Prakriya. From the standpoint of Karana Karya Prakriya, we use the word Karanam. Every Karya has got a Karanam. So, arriving at that, now we have arrived at Brahma. And Brahma as a Karanam, Brahma is a Karanam for this. Brahma with Maya is a Karanam for this Prapancha. And that doesn't have a Karanam. It is the ultimate Karanam. And what Karanam is Brahma for this Shrishta Jagat? It is Vivarta Upadana Karanam. That is, Brahma is Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. We saw in Mundaka. We're going to see that. Brahma is Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. It is the Upadana Karanam, it is the Nimitta Karanam. It is the material as well as the efficient cause. It is the maker and the material. Both is Brahma. But the material is Maya. And the maker, the Brahma, is what Karanam? Vivarta Upadana Karanam. It is also Upadana Karanam, but not undergoing any change. Brahma is Vivarta Upadana Karanam. Since Brahma and Maya, they are not different. Brahma as Maya as Adhishtanam on Brahma. Therefore, we say Brahma is Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. And from the standpoint of Maya, with regard to Maya, we say it is, with regard to Maya, we say Maya is Parinami Upadana Karanam. Since Maya is given the Parinama Upadana status, now we give Brahma as Vivarta Upadana. It is the cause, material cause, but doesn't undergo any change. Therefore, it is not really a cause. It is not really a cause. it is not the cause like the milk turning into a curd. It is like a snake superimposed on the rope. It is only a vivarta. A snake appears to be a rope. It is vivarta, apparent cause. Vivarta upadana karanam. A vivarta upadana karanam is that which doesn't undergo any change. Which doesn't undergo any change. Therefore, when it doesn't undergo any change, then does it have a status of karanam? Karanatvam asti va brahma? Brahmanaha? Na. Therefore, we say vivarta upadana karanam. So, Maya is parinami upadana karanam and Brahma is vivarta upadana karanam iti. Therefore, and this parinami upadana karana Maya as its adhishtanam on the Brahma, which is vivarta upadana karanam, out of which the entire Srishti come into existence. So therefore, sarvasya jagataha bijabhutam iti avyaktam is referred to. This jagat which consists of many names and forms, the names and forms which are in the unmanifest form in Maya, now it has come into manifest, undergoing modification, the names and forms of this jagat, sarvasya jagataha. For that, bijam is avyakta Maya iti. So, avyaktam sarvasya jagataha bijabhutam. Then, and that Brahma is referred by the word avyakritam. That Brahma is referred by the word avyakritam. Avyakrita nama rupa satatvam. Avyakrita nama rupa satatvam. The Maya, that is in the form of the unmanifest name and form. When the Srishti goes into the unmanifest stage, undergoes pralaya, all the names and forms, the manifest names and forms, what we observe, it all goes into the unmanifest name and form. It goes into Maya. It becomes avyakrita. So, satatvam, the essence of the namarupa is the Maya. The Maya is that which is in the form of this unmanifest, avyakrita, that is undifferentiated. Avyakrita means undifferentiated name and form. In its karana avastha, it is undifferentiated. In its karya avastha, it is differentiated name and form, that is this prapancha. So, avyakrita nama rupa satatvam is, it is the essence of all the names and forms, which has come into manifestation, and these names and forms are in the unmanifest stage, in which that is called avyakritam, that is avyaktam Maya iti. And sarvakarya karana shakti samahara rupam. It is in the form of samahara, the collection of all the shaktis. Shakti, which is shakti of the karya and karana. Sarva karya karana shakti. Sarva karya karana shakti samahara rupam iti. That is, the Maya is referred by the word shakti, Maya shakti. It is the Maya shakti, which is the total, the sum total of all the karana and karya, the cause and the effect. Behind which the power is there, that power which is Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, the three Shaktis. All the three Shaktis, or the sum total of all the three Shaktis is Maya. The Karanam and Karya, which has the power, Karanam has the power to manifest the Karya, and Karyam becomes a Karanam again for some other Karya to come into existence. Therefore, what we referred by the word Karya and Karana, it is nothing but the Maya. It is a Shakti of Maya. And what Shakti? It is the sum total of the three Shaktis. Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Ichcha Shakti. The Ichcha, Jnana and Kriya. Iti, the three Shaktis. The sum total of the three Shaktis, what we observe in the creation, is Maya. So Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti iti samahara rupam. Samahara means total, the collection. The collection, the sum total, the aggregation of all the Shaktis. Then avyakta avyakrita akashadi nama vachyam, which is referred to by the words nama. Many names are that. Nama vachyam. Vachyam, it is referred to by nama, the names. What names? Avyakta, it is one name. Avyakrita, already these names are mentioned. So Avyakta, Avyakrita, Akasha. Akasha is another word by which this undifferentiated, unmanifest Maya is referred to. Akasha iti. Akasha. Namavachyam. Paramatmani otaprota bhavena. And this Maya, Paramatmani otaprota bhavena samyak ashritam, samashritam. Ashrita is resting, supporting, supported. Ashrita is supported. It is supported on Paramatma. It is supported by Paramatma. Paramatmani ota prota bhavena samyak ashritam. Ota and prota. Ota means the oof. Prota is the warp. So the crossed thread in a cloth is called oof, and the lengthwise thread is called prota. So as the ota and prota, the warp and oof, they are the adhishtanam for the cloth. A cloth is because of the warp and oof. Minus warp and oof, where is the cloth? Therefore, otaprota bhavena paramatmani samashritam. Similarly, Maya is ashritam, samyak ashritam, dependent on, it means dependent existence on Brahma, and Brahma is otaprota. As the Vastra is dependent on the Ota and Prota of the sutras in the Vastram, similarly, the Maya is dependent on the Paramatma. And Paramatma is the Ota and Prota. It is the Paramatma is the Karanam. It is the Adhishtanam for the Maya. Maya, for the existence of Maya. So therefore, Maya has dependent existence. And whereas the Brahma is independent. That Brahma, independent, when you say independent, doesn't have a Karanam. It is Adhishtanam. That's why we use the word Adhishtanam. We use the word Karanam in the Karana Karya Prakriya, but the Karanam Brahma, but the Karanam, when we say Karanam Brahma, we have to understand it is Adhishtanam Brahma. Karanam Brahma doesn't have a Karanam. And Karanam Brahma cannot undergo any change. Therefore, since it doesn't undergo any change, and there is no Karanam to it, therefore refer to the word by Adhishtanam iti. Even in the Bhashya, you will find the word Karanam is used, but where Karanam it is used, we have to understand it as Adhishtanam. Every Karanam need not have a Karanam. There is the ultimate Karanam. When we say ultimate Karanam, it means it is Adhishtanam. Now, this Brahma, which is the Ota Prota for the Maya, out of which the Jagat come into existence. So, Brahma is the Adhishtanam and Maya is Adhyastha, and it is Vata Kanikayam Iva Vata Vriksha Shaktihi. As the Shakti, Vata Vriksha Shakti, Vata Kanikayam Iva, in the seed, Vata Kanikayam Vata Vriksha Shaktihi. This in the seed, like the Maya. Maya is like the seed. That is a vriksha which is in the unmanifest form in the seed. Just like the vriksha, the Vata Vriksha, the banyan tree, which is in the potential form, unmanifest form in the seed. So Maya is in the form of the seed. Maya is a seed for this banyan tree. For this banyan tree. Vata Kanikayam Iva Vata Vriksha Shaktihi. As the potential banyan tree is there in the seed, that is there in the seed, so too the Maya. So too is the Maya is. Just as the power, the banyan tree is in the seed. The banyan tree is in the seed. Similarly, the potential of this Jagat, which is Maya, it is there in Paramatma like the seed. It is there in Paramatma like the seed. So the Vriksha is an unmanifest form in the seed. Similarly, the Vriksha as its Ashraya in the seed. Similarly, the Maya as its Ashraya in the seed. And that Maya is unmanifest. And that comes into manifestation in the form of the Prapancha. And that Maya is a Shakti. That Shakti as its Ashraya in the seed. Therefore, Samyak Ashritam. And this Samyak Ashrita Maya, the Samyak Ashrita, this Maya, Vatakanikayam, when we say, in this example, the seed and the tree, they belong to the same reality. They belong to the same empirical reality. Is it Brahma and Maya, is it like that? No. Brahma is Paramarthika Satta. It is the ultimate absolute reality. And Maya is as empirical reality. Maya and Brahma, they are not of the same order. If it is the same or of the same order, then there will become two parallel realities. If they are two parallel, then Brahma cannot be Advaitam. It is Dvaitam. Therefore, Maya and Brahma, they have different degree of reality. Brahma as Paramarthika Satta and Maya as Vyavaharika Satta. So, the example, Vatakanikayam iva Vata Vriksha Shakti, it's only to show the Shakti of Maya. The whole Vriksha, the power of the huge banyan tree, as its Ashraya, as its locus, as its Ashraya in the seed, small seed. Similarly, the Maya, as Maya cannot exist. Maya as its existence in Brahma. To show that the example is given. Any example you give, that can give only an empirical example. But the empirical example cannot convey the Paramarthika, the reality. It cannot convey. That is why it is an example. Example has got limitations. The Drishtanta to be understood. So, what do we understand from the Drishtanta? Just as a tree cannot exist without a seed, similarly, Maya cannot exist without Brahma. The tree as Ashraya in the seed, similarly, Maya as its Ashraya in Brahma. That much only we have to understand from the Drishtanta. The Drishtanta, the tree and the seed have the same degree of reality, but Brahma and Maya, you have to understand, they are of different order of reality. If we don't understand the Drishtanta properly, then we will conclude that Brahma and Maya are of the same reality without understanding the implications behind. Therefore, all these things have to be told. Then, the next line, Tasmat Avyaktat Paraha Sukshmataraha Sarva Karana Karanatvat Pratyagatmatvacha Mahancha Atayeva Purushaha Sarva Puranat. Okay. My voice is clear, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Tasmat, that is Avyaktat, Paraha, it is higher, greater, superior. Avyaktat paraha. What is paraha? Avyaktat paraha sukshmataraha. Avyaktat paraha, it is there in the moolam. And that is explained. Paraha is, why is paraha? What is paraha? Paraha is sukshmataraha. Sukshmatara, it is subtle. Sukshmataraha. And therefore it is highly pervaded. Vyapakatvam. Because it is sukshma, therefore it is pervasive. Because it is sukshma and pervasive, therefore paraha. What paraha? Purushaha paraha. Compared to avyakta. Avyaktat paraha. Paraha is equal to sukshmataraha. Why you say sukshmataraha? It has got hetu. Hetumat is sukshmataraha. That paraha. Then you give hetu. Hetumat, what is the cause for that? That also is mentioned. Sarva karana karanatvat pratyagatmatvat ahancha sukshmataraha iti. Ahancha, it is greater. Sukshmataraha, it is subtler. Why? Because it is sarva karana karanatvat pratyagatmatvat cha. That is the hetu. That is the hetu for the hetumat. Hetumat is sukshmataraha iti. Sukshmataraha is the hetumat, and for that hetu, the reason, the karanam is sarva karana karanatvat pratyagatmatvat cha. So tasmat avyaktat, compared to this avyakta, that is maya, which is referred by the adjectives in the previous sentence, this purusha, which is the adhisthana of this avyakta maya, it is paraha. It is paraha. And paraha, why paraha? Because it is sarva karana karanatvat. Karanatvat, panchami, that is the hetu. Because it is the cause of all the causes. Sarva karana karanatvat. Sarva karana karanatvat sukshmataraha. This avyakta maya is the cause of all the manifest names and forms, all the objects and things what you see. And that is sarva karanam. And sarva karana karanatvat. And Brahma is the karanam of that sarva karana. Maya is the karanam of the prapancha, the srishta prapancha. And that karanam to that maya is Brahma. Therefore, Brahma must be sukshmatara. So, Brahma is sukshmatara iti. When you say sukshmatara, what is the hetu? Hetu is sarva karana karanatvat. Here the question may come. Brahma is the karanam. We say Brahma is the karanatvat. Sarva karana karanatvat. So Brahma has the status of being a karanam of all the karanams, of all the causes. Is Paramatma Brahma is a cause of Maya? If Paramatma, if Maya as Paramatma as the karanam, then Maya also will reduce to a karyam. If it is reduced to a karyam, then it will have a beginning. Adihi, Sadi. It will have a Sadi. Adina Sagavartate, Sadi. It will have a beginning. But Maya is Anadi. Maya doesn't have a beginning. Therefore, a contradiction will come. If you say Brahma has a status of being the karanam of all the causes, all the karanams, that is Maya. If you say, then the word karanatvam attributed to Brahma has to be interpreted. Here, the word karana has the meaning of adhisthana. Sarva karana karanatvat means the adhisthana of the avyakta maya. Brahma is the adhisthana of the avyakta maya. In the word sarva karana refers to maya, and sarva karana karanatvat, one more karana is that is Brahma, and Brahma karanatvam, the status of having the karanam, tasmat, therefore. So, the Brahma, which has the status of being the karanam for the sarva karanam, that is Maya, when we say here, the karanatvam attributed to Brahma to be understood as the adhishtanatvam, not literally karana. The word has to be understood properly. So, since Maya doesn't have existence apart from Brahma, since Maya is superimposed on Brahma, it is adhyastha on Brahma, and Brahma is the adhishtanam. Therefore, the adhishtana Brahma is figuratively expressed by the word karanam. Why do we say so? Why this figurative expression also? Because we have been seeing from the beginning, for an effect as a cause. From effect to cause, we are arriving at. We have arrived at the Brahma. So every karya has got a karanam. Karanam, karyam cannot exist without karanam. Karyam cannot exist without karanam. Maya cannot exist without Brahma. Therefore, Brahma is as though a karanam, it is presented. But we have to understand it is adhishtanam Brahma. Maya exists because of Brahma. Karanam exists. The karya exists because of karyam. The karyam doesn't exist without karanam. Therefore, Brahma is figuratively presented as karanam, as the Maya doesn't exist without Brahma. So it's only a figurative expression. So, because the dependency is there, because the dependency for Maya is there on Brahma, therefore Brahma is referred by the word karanam. So far from the Vyashti up to Samashti, when we cognitively traveled, we have been arriving from karya to karanam iti. Karya has existence because of karanam. Karya has existence because of karanam. So karya cannot exist without karanam iti. And now we say, but Maya cannot exist without Brahma. Therefore, Maya as though get the status of karya and the Brahma as though get the status of karanam. But really speaking, it is adhyastha adhishtana sambandha only. That is the relationship, not karana karya sambandha between Brahma and Maya. That is why I give the example of the rope and snake. Rope is it a karanam? Is it a karanam for snake? In one way you can say it is a karanam. In another way, rope is the adhishtanam for the snake. Snake is adhyastha on the rope. Similarly here also. It is not like the milk becoming a curd, not that type of karanam. Brahma doesn't have that type of karanam. So even when we use the word karanam attributed to Brahma has to be understood. If you understand, you can use the word karanam. Otherwise, adhishtanam. Therefore, since this is the hetu, sarva karana karanatvat, since Brahma appears as Maya, adhishtanam of Brahma is adhishtanam of Maya without undergoing any change. Therefore, it is sarva karana karanatvat iti. And pratyagatmatvacha, it is pratyak. It is the essence of Brahma is the essence of the entire creation. Pratyagatmatvacha. It is the pratyak means inner. It is pratyagatma, the status of being inner, the inner essence of everything. Therefore, Brahma is pratyagatmatvacha, sarvakaranatvacha, paraha iti, sukshmaha iti, and mahancha, mahan. Therefore, it is mahan. Sarvakaranatvat, pratyagatmatvat, mahan cha. Mahan, it is pervasive. It is sukshmataraha. Brahma is sukshmataraha and mahan because of sarvakaranatvat, pratyagatmatvat cha. Sarvakaranatvat, pratyagatmatvat cha, sukshmataraha, mahan cha, that for that the hetu is given separately, so that we can take it. Ataha eva purushaha sarva puranat. Ataha eva purushaha sarva puranat, because the purusha sarva puranat, sarvam purayati iti purushaha, the one who fills up everything is the purusha. So sarva puranat purushaha and saha mahancha. It is all pervasive. It is all pervasive. And what is all pervasive? The purushaha is all pervasive. Mahancha. Why? Because sarva puranat. Sarva puranat saha purushaha mahancha. Because it is all pervasive. It means it is adhishtanam. It is the adhishtanam. It is a cause for all the karyas. Therefore, it is purushaha iti. Sarva puranat. Sarva puranat purushaha. Purnatvat purushaha. Sarvam purayati. It fills up everything, because of which everything is. Therefore, it is purushaha. So, avyaktat purushaha paraha. Why? It is sukshmataraha. It is mahancha. Therefore, now, is there anything paraha greater than this Brahma? This Purusha? The word Purusha refers to Brahma. Is there anything greater than this Brahma? Purushat param na kinchit. And that is interpreted the next line. We will read. Tataha anyasya parasya prasangam nivarayan aha purushanna param kinchit iti. Anyasya parasya tataha. Therefore, anyasya parasya prasangam nivarayan, to rule out. Ruling out the possibility of parasya, greater, another greater thing. Greater thing to what? This Purusha. What we arrived. Purusha. Greater to Purusha. To rule out the possibility of anything greater than Purusha, the Shruti says, Purushat param kinchit nasti iti. So, we have been saying this is greater than that, this is greater than that. Therefore, now we have come to a point, and there again the question will come. What is greater than this Brahma? Since that akanksha will be there, to negate that, says there is nothing greater than this. This is the ultimate. This is the sukshmatama. This is the sukshmatama. There is nothing sukshma to it. Anoraniyan mahato mahiyan. It is subtler than the subtlest and greater than the greatest. This negates there is no para to Purushaha. Therefore, Nivarayan, ruling out the possibilities of anything greater than this, Shruti says, na kinchita asti brahmanaha param iti. Purushat param kinchita nasti. Then the next line. Yasmat nasti purushat chinmatra ghanat param kinchit api vastu antaram tasmat sukshmatva mahatva pratyeghatmatvanam sukshmatva mahatva or mahatva, it is mean mahatva. Okay, sukshmatva mahatva pratyeghatmatvanam. And mahatcha something is there. It is not mahatcha, mahatva. Mahatva. Can change it. Mahatva. It's a typo. Sukshmatva mahatva pratyeghatmatvanam sa kashta nishta paryavasanam Meaning is yasmat na asti purusha, yasmat purushat na kinchit param asti. Since there is nothing greater than this purusha, and what is this purusha? This is chinmatra ghanam. Chinmatra ghana purushat kinchit param nasti. Is there any other vastu greater than this, sukshma than this, mahan than this? No. Vastu antaram, that is antaram vastu, anya vastu nasti. Tasmat sukshmatva mahatva pratyagaatmatvanam. Therefore, sukshmatva, the status of having the sukshma, mahatva, the status of having the bigness, the greaterness, the bigness, pratyagaatmatvanam, this the interior, the inner, the status of being the inner. Sukshmatva mahatva pratyagaatmatvanam kinchit paraha nasti. So therefore, sukshmatva mahatva pratyagaatmatvanam sa kashta. It is the kashta. It is the culmination of sukshmatvam, mahatvam, and pratyagaatmatvam. There is nothing greater than this. Yasmat bhuyo na jayate. The same statement, the same meaning was given in the previous mantra also. Tad Vishnoho paramam padam. And there is nothing greater than this Vishnu padam iti. The same thing is presented here. Now here, yasmat purushat chinmatra ghana. It means chinmatra ghana. Chit is existence. Chit is the consciousness, the chaitanyam. Chinmatra ghana, when you say, it means that which is one whole mass. That's a translation. One whole mass, homogeneous. It means that which doesn't have parts. That is what it is. It is one whole, complete. Chinmatra ghana. That one whole, complete consciousness. Chit. The chit is ghana. Chit. It doesn't have parts. Avayabha nasti. Therefore, that chinmatra ganam, that is consciousness. Chinmatra ganat, that is purusha. Kinchit param nasti. Vastu antaram. Anantaram vastu. Another thing, another vastu compared to this purusha is not there. Therefore, there is nothing other than this superior, subtler is there, available. Therefore, it is chinmatra ganat iti. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Ji.
Yes,
We will hear now. Yes.
So chinmatra ghanat means that is this chinmatra, the consciousness which doesn't have parts. Parts means it doesn't have any difference, either sajatiya beda or jatiya beda or svakata beda. There is no differences. There is no difference, and it is since it is only one thing, therefore there is no another thing. So vijatiya beda, sajatiya beda, svakata beda nasti. What is this Vedas? The Trivida Veda Ragitaha. Trivida Veda Ragitaha, that is why it is called Chinmatra Gana. Vijatiya means there is no second thing. A tree is there, a mountain is there. Tree is different, mountain is different. The difference is there, Vijatiya. They don't belong to the same category. Tree is there, mountain is there, animals are there, birds are there. Animals and birds, Vijatiya, separate. And within an animal, there are so many species are there. There are so many types are there within an animal. If you take a an animal, a leopard. There's so many types, differences are there within the leopard. That is Sajatiya Beda. Or I can give another example. A tree is there. Within a tree, when we say a tree is different from a mountain. So there is a Vijatiya Beda. Tree is there, other things are there. So a tree has a second thing. That difference is Vijatiya. And a tree is there. A tree is there. Mango tree is there. Coconut tree is there. So many different trees. All these are trees only, but they are different. And within a tree, there are parts. A tree has got stem. A tree has got the trunk, the roots, and the branches and the leaves. The difference is there. Thus, Brahma has got all these differences. There is no second Brahma. Second is not there. That is why Brahma is without a second. And there is nothing, no other parallel, same species. Brahma is not there. And within a Brahma also there are no parts. Swagata Beda also is not there. Vijatiya Beda also is not. Nothing different from Brahma is not there. And there are not so many Brahma. The Sajatiya Beda also not there. And within a Brahma also, the Brahma doesn't have the parts. Head, leg, hands, shoulder, iti. Like a tree has got different parts. A human being has got different parts. Iti. Brahma also doesn't have parts. So, therefore, it is Chinmatra Gana. It is Chinmatra Gana iti. Chinmatra Anandamatra. Anandamatra Gana. It is one whole consciousness, which is Anantaha, Anandaha iti. Chinmatra Ganat. Param Kinchit Nasti. Vastu Antaram. Another Vastu is not there. Yasmat. Yasmat is the Hetu. Because another Vastu, Chinmatra Ganat, another Vastu is not there. Tasmat. Therefore, Sukshmatva Mahatva Pratyagatmatvanam Sa Kashta iti. Therefore, it is the Kashta. It is the Nishta. Nishta means Kashta means Nishta. Nishta means that is the point, highest point, the pinnacle, the culmination. So it is the culmination of Nishta is Paryavasanam. So Kashta is Nishta and Nishta is Paryavasanam. All these are synonyms. So Kashta is the highest point. Nishta. Paryavasanam. Avasanam means stop. So complete stop. Paritaha avasanam, paryavasanam. Complete stop. There is no greater to it. There is no karanam to it. Therefore, Kashta, and therefore, Tasmat, Sukshmatva Mahatva Pratyagatmatvanam. It is the Kashta culmination of the Sukshmatvam, the pervasiveness, Mahatvam, this Sukshmatvam, subtlety, Mahatvam, the pervasiveness, Sukshmatva is subtlety. So it is the culmination of Sukshmatvam, that is subtlety, Mahatvam, pervasiveness, and Pratyagatmatvam. It is the Kashta iti, Paryavasanam. It is the end. It is the end. There is nothing before to it. There we have to stop. It is the end. It is the end of everything. But our mind is always like this. Always we try to find the cause. If we go on investigating the cause, thinking that it will have a cause, then it will have anavastha dosha. Brahma is the cause. That Brahma is one whole which doesn't have a cause. So there it stops. Our inquiry stops at Brahma. We have arrived at the Tattvam Brahma. Further inquiry is not there. It's not possible because arriving at the Adhishtanam, what is there to inquire further? So, Paryavasanam, it is that we have to stop, completely stop there. Brahma is the Kashta iti. Then the next line. Atrahi Indriyebhyah Arabhyah
Indriyebhya arabhya.
Both are bhya bhya is a, therefore by default we try to add the visarga. Arabhya is abhyayam. Indriyebhyaha, it is Panchami Bhagavachanam. Indriyebhyaha arabhya, starting from the Indriyas, arabhya, Sukshmatvadi, Parisamaptihi, Paritaha Samaptihi, it is stopped, completed, culmination. Sukshmatvadi Parisamaptihi. Atrahi, so, atra is here. Indeed, he, indeed. Indriyebhyaha arabhya, that is where we started in the previous mantra. Starting from the sense organs, now Sukshmatvadi Parisamaptihi. We have come to the end of this Sukshmatva, etc. The end of subtlety, pervasiveness, and Pratyekatma iti. Sukshmatvati means we have to bring in Magatvam and Pratyekatmatvam. So we have come to the end of that. End of that, where is that end? Brahma. Purushaha is the end. Starting from the Indriya, sense organs. That is the inquiry. That is a vichara. That is a vichara. Conclusion of the vichara is the arrival at the Tatparyam. And the arrival, the end point is, the Parisamapti is Brahma. Purushaha iti. Therefore, Ataha eva cha.
Ataheva cha.
Gantrunam. Okay. Sarvagatimatam. Samsarinam. Sa samsari para prakrishta gatihi. Yad gatva na nivartante iti smrtehe. Ataha eva cha. Therefore, why therefore? Because Purusha is the Parisamapti, is the Paryavasanam, is the culmination of this Sukshmatva, Mahatva, Pratyekatmatvam. Therefore, Gantrunam, who is the Ganta? Travelers, the Jivatmas. Ganta, Gantru, Ganta, Gantaro, Gantaraha, Gantrunam, Parisamaptihi. For the travelers, they are traveling. For them, what is the destination? Where is the end point? So, Gantrunam, Sarvagati Matam, Sarvagati, the different gatis, or all the gatis. What are the available gatis? Shukla Gati and Krishna Gati. In the 8th chapter of the Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says Shukla Gati, which takes you to Brahma Loka, and Krishna Gati, it takes you to other lokas. And going to the Shukla Gati, Shukla Marga, going to Brahma Loka, at least from there you can get Karma Mukti, provided if you listen to Brahmaji. And if you go by the Krishna Gati to other lokas, you have to come back. Krishna Gati is other loka. It could be Adogati also. So Gantrana, for the traveler, the Jiva travels. Jiva keeps on traveling. Therefore, he is a samsari. Samyak sarati, keeps on traveling. Therefore, Sarva Gatimatam Gantrana, that is the Jiva who has the different gatis, who Gantru, the moving, for the moving, Samsarinam, for the samsari people, they move, keep on moving, who have this wish of becoming better, to enjoy more happiness, more security. So for them who keep on moving, samsarinam, for them, parakashta, para, prakrishta, the highest, prakrishta, the most exalted, superior, gatihi, the destination. Gatihi is gamyate iti gatihi, that which is reached. Gatihi. So the samsaris who are traveling from the beginningless time. They have been traveling and through different gatis. For them, the ultimate gati, the prakrishta gatihi, paragatihi is this Brahma gati. This is this gati, this the destination of gaining Brahma. Gaining Brahma. Gaining Brahma, not physical travel. No physical travel is involved. Travel here is not physical travel like the other gati. Here the gati is gaining knowledge. Avagatihi. It is avagatihi, not gatihi. The word gati can mean understanding also. Recognition, understanding. So gatihi is avagatihi. Knowing that. Knowing what? Knowing that aham brahma asmi. That is the result of the vichara, what we did from the shloka 10 and 11. So this avagatihi, it is a prakrishta avagatihi, prakrishta gatihi, yadgatva ananivartante, gaining which there is no returning back. Every other loka you go, you have to come back. Exhaust your papa punya and come back. Whereas this gati, which is the avagati, from which there is no return. Yadgatva, having reached, na nivartante, they don't come back. Yadgatva na nivartihi taddhama paramam padam iti. It is smriti. Smriti is the Gita. Gita is quoted here. Now, the Purva Pakshi raises the question. That also we will read and complete this question. Purva Pakshi raises a question. Nanu Gatischa Nanu Gatihi Chet Agatyapi Bhavitavyam Katam Yasmat Bhuyo Na Jayate Iti. It's a valid question. The Purva Pakshi asks, Nanu is Purva Pakshi says, Gatihi Chet Agatyapi Bhavitavyam. If Gati is there, if gaining is there, gaining in terms of time and place is there. Time and place. Gati is movement, travel, gain. What is gained? If Aham Brahma Asmi, that Jnanam, and that is called moksha. If that moksha is gained in terms of time and place, because Gati, the word is used, and the word Gati can be a Shukla Gati and Krishna Gati, like that Gatis are there. Therefore, this moksha also is a Gati. It is a gained. It is gained like any other loka. Any other loka is gained in terms of time and place. Similarly, the moksha also is gained in time and place. And after gaining those lokas, agati is there, returning back is there. Similarly, if this moksha also is gained in time and space, then agati also bhavitavyameva. That also must be there. Returning from moksha will be there. Like going to Swarga and returning from Swarga. If moksha is also a gati, then it must also have a return. You have to come back. Then how can you say, Katam yasmat bhuyaha yasmat bhuyo na jayate iti. Then how can you say, you cannot come back iti? The Purva Pakshi asks a question, for which the answer is, Naisha doshaha. Na esha dosha. This is not a defect. Why? Sarvasya Pratyagatmatvat Avagati eva gatihi iti upacharyate. So, sarvasya pratyagatmatvat. So, it is not to be gained something physically. Why? Because it is pratyagatmatvat sarvasya. It is the pratyak of everything. It is the antaryami of everything. Therefore, avagatihi eva gatihi. Therefore, avagatihi, understanding alone is the gatihi. Iti upacharyate. It is what is conveyed. Pratyagatmatvat sarvasya jagataha sarvasya. Therefore, the Atma is not something to be reached. It is the understanding. That understanding is alone figuratively presented as gatihi. So gatihi should be understood as avagatihi. And also in the grammar we have this point. So this gatyartaka dhatus, all the gatyartaka dhatus, they have the sense of the avagati. Gatyartaka dhatuna avagatyartha niyamat. So any gatyartaka dhatu can be understood, can be interpreted in the sense of knowing, can be interpreted in the sense of knowing. Therefore, gatihi is equal to avagatihi. Iti upacharyate. The other lines. The next line we will read. We will read in the next class. So we stop here. And today is Shankara Jayanti. So we can observe Shankara Jayanti, celebrate Shankara Jayanti in your own way, in whatever way you can, in your house or in the Gurukulam. So my wishes for that. Stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnat Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवादः
धन्यवाद
धन्यवादः गुरुजी।
Thank you, Acharya ji.
धन्यवादः।